Mandla. Mandla. Viva the United Sekhukhune region, viva. Viva the United Sekhukhune region, viva. Mandla. Uzoyithola kanjani? Khelekhoneni. Viva the ANC, viva. Viva the ANC, viva. Viva Limpopo province, viva. Viva Limpopo province, viva. Viva to unity, viva. Viva to unity, viva. Kalaboga, one lady. A new secretary, I'm told. Former leader of the ANC Youth League. Redo Medishe, chairperson some from the box. Malobanya na moba. Aunyaga wakano timakita wajaga utengela kamuka wabuta komere madashi warashale kaje kwa wana wacho uswiri utipicha chairperson of Antilikwa re tamishe ketapile msaya ANC khetiweng mo ke a bona gona la ba diki ya le gona re tamishe leadership ya ANC Youth League ya province Iswerenke Comrade Fate, the first female chairperson of the ANC Youth League in Limpopo from Sekhukhune. Sekhukhune se swear man. Reta misheba yeng ba go tswa kwa Waterberg, former chairperson of the ANC Youth League lena gona mo rawa di kherekhere. Re kwa ba re wa ngapela kwa Peter Mokaba kwa. Rekabona di tsamayuang. Reta mishe di NEC members Comrade Dixon Tau ba go tswa kana mo ga Sekhukhune lena former chairperson ya ANC ya mo ga Sekhukhune. Rekwele re ba mo deployile kwa KZN kwa gora yo lokisha ntola mkhonto wesisu mkhonto wesisu akere mkhonto wa mala o la swa nnete o tamisha ba ke sa ba tamishang ke le tamishije di branch ke le tamishije la ba hloko go feta batho ba ka moka re tamishe former president ya ANC Youth League, former SG ya ANC Youth League, current SG ya African Congress. Now arabona most Sekhukhune United ka mogo ra gore go tlie Congress. Now arabona most Sekhukhune United ka mogo ra gore go tlie gore di commission di bile le nako ka bona ala ria di caucus ala ria selo be le ria mmere kwa gore ro lwa yuang le tlala ye e hlasetseng tshaba sa borna sa mga Sekhukhune. Ka bona e gona ga le gore pleke go swa le ya Sekhukhune ya go ba le di mine che ka mo wa Sekhukhune e batho bona bola ke tlala gora gore di mine tše di berekela batho ba sa tšwe mo ga Sekhukhune na ke phosho e kgolokgolo yewe chairperson le secretary ko se ba ilukisha ka pelana le regional executive committee ka bane a e kgonagale gore batho ba go dula ka gare ga bohumbo bo ka ba mo Sekhukhune ba bola ke tlala ma comrade a feletša go lla ka moka ba ma councilora a feletša go lla ka moka ba maspaling ka bane is the only place where they can go that belongs to them. Now our conference a itšwa ka mogo re re ka moka ga yona ko se kushe gore ntwa e ya economic freedom e bohlokwa ene ko se re ka pela re le united ka gobane a re ka se lokiše ntwa ya borotho re ka ba le problem ya gore setšhaba sa rena se ka se voutele African National Congress ka gobane ba tla ba swere ke tlala batho ba rena ba voutela ANC ka gobane bana mebereko ka gobane ba ka ntle ga economy ya bona ya South Africa. Economy e ba re bona e sa swere ke ba le ba le bona ba le ba itsereng ka kgatalelo e sa le bona batho ba le ba swereng economy ba re aowa 31 years later a go change ka pelana ANC a restructure economy e gone benefit a majority of South Africans which are black in majority ba re ka mogolo ba re ANC a re tlogele mofiega a re eng kwa pele kwa re tšee se re tshepišitšeng setšhaba gore ka ba reela sona a re tšea maatla ka 1994 gore ka ba ntšha tlaleng re ba ešeo phelong ba kanana mo ka se be le tlala mo ka se be le division mo motho o mongwe le mongwe o tlo phela a be le right ya go participate ka ra economy ya country ya rena ba re ba kgopotše seo fela go rena ba re a re ka lokiša tšewe ba ka re bušitša back to 80% or re ka swana le mo Limpopo mo ra dula ka magara 74%. Ba re kwetse bohloko mo Limpopo ba re bja ka ra 74%. A re ska itša for granted. Let's act urgently. Ba ba deployiweng mebušong gore ba re service delivery a re mmereko wa rena. A re ska robala mmerekong. Ka ba nako wa e gona. A re ka robala mmerekong 2026 African National Congress wa tlo matleng totally in all corners of the country. And mokgatlo wa African National Congress a ba ka go ntšha matleng gona gore batho ba rena ba tlo sokola go feta ka gobane mekgatlo ya ditsotsi e tlo tšea maatla. La re bona kwa Gauteng le mo South Africa SG wa rena bile o latetše go tla mo conferenceng ka bane ba dutše moketeng le ditsotsi a ba rapela gore ba se ka re ntšha mmušong. Ga ba sena majority o rapela le ditsotsi re se ka go ntšha mmušong. O makala o dutše le Verwoerd le Helen Zille le Shera Matla. Dilo tša mohuto di diragala ge batho ba rena ba thomile lose confidence on the African National Congress. Now it's only leaders of the ANC who have a responsibility to restore the confidence and the integrity of the ANC as the only solution in the organization that can liberate our people and take them to the country and the land that we promised them of the National Democratic Society. A re ba tshepišitše a re yeng gore re implementeng ka pelana nako a e gona go postpone le di red tape re di tlošeng di meara bojang di city manager tša lena di tlošang di red tape a re ka di procedure e fona ke ga metsi tsenyang metsi e fona ke ga ditsela tsenyang ditsela nako e la go negotiate e fedile budget e la go national a e ke mo local government ka gobane mathata mantšha mo local government gore a re resolve local government ke yona e dealang ka service delivery ba le ba national ko mmereko bone go dira oversight structure budgeting ka mokgwa se be yong ka gona sustainable gore the lowest budgeted is local government but the highest budgeted is national government when service delivery is done at local government. I did sense in Tamhudo. Yola wa Minister of Finance, Yola Murumiling Artenjem Matating. Ratamara Kalusha Matata, Moka Moka, Bill Felix Manchu. Ralukishe budget day. It reflected local government. A Kisaga Zamayorka Moswarela. Agas Holoria Mohor, go alabo Tata or Remo Mosopala Twarelo, Rosariamolat, ANC Riamolato, ANC ran vet increase. He ran ANC vet increase. He ran before DA, before anybody else. Wale Ramatate Mara, Kavan Ramokha, the solution. Re dintsha mathatere le ka mara yona go na le megatlo e mengwe e tša victory gore ke bona ba e ganneng se bona ile African National Congress and its own organizations. That's why yourselves here you need to communicate messages of the ANC. But ba ANC ba kgetha gore ba share poster tša EFF than ba share message ya ANC. Everywhere. If all members of the ANC can repost communication of the ANC, will be trending every day more than any other political party. Maleketa le shere Julia Saroga ANC mara ANC a hlalosha le shere kere thobela.
No, thanks very much, Comrade Colin. Allow me, comrades, without much ado, to invite the Provincial Secretary, Bomsanda Bomataj.
Amandla. Long live the ANC, long live. Forward with the ANC, forward. Viva South African Communist Party, viva. Viva COSATU, viva. Viva Sanko, viva. Long live Secretary General, long live. Amandla. Thank you very much. RS, let me take this opportunity and also greet the leadership of the NEC and the leadership of the province, and also PEC deployees to this region. Let me also pass my greetings to the leadership of the Waterberg region, the regional chair, Comrade Dragon, Jack Maeko, and the RS, Comrade Maoro. Let me also pass my greetings to the newly elected leadership of the Sekhukhune region, led by Comrade Maina and the RS, Comrade Mwatu. And let me also greet you once more, comrades, the delegates of this region who also elected the additionals to the REC officials, unopposed, 20 of them. My task is very simple. My task is not to introduce the Secretary General of the ANC, is to present to you the Secretary General of the ANC. All of us, majority of us who are here, we were well led in the Youth League by Comrade Mbalula, when he was the Secretary General, also when he was the President of the Youth League. He ran the Department of Sports exceptionally well. He was the Minister of Transport. Recently in 2022, myself and yourself, we were delegates to the conference at Nasser, the 55th National Conference. We elected him to lead us as the Secretary General of our movement. Comrade SG, I want to tell you that Sekhukhune region is one of the most stable regions in the province of Limpopo. And it does not need me and you to speak. Their actions tells you that they are the most stable regions. Even processes leading towards their conference. There was no time where we called them to regional office. I can tell you, Comrade SG, all the 3 remaining regions, we have called all their RTTs to France Mutala because there were issues that were not being well handled, which has to do with the management of branch general meetings. But I can tell you that even when you look at the trending videos of people who are fighting inside the BGMs, you will not find a trending video of a branch in Sekhukhune region. Comrade SG, I want to present to you to the well-behaving, well-disciplined delegates of Sekhukhune region to come and deliver the closing address of the conference.
Amanda, viva Sekhukhune region, viva! Kiribata bata, kiribata, kia marumo, marumo, kia marumo, asicha. I just wanted to remind you, ore kia marumo kiribata bata. Peter Mukaba was influenced by Sekhukhune, in particular an area called Moutse, which was resisting incorporation. And then Modes defeated and succeeded and won. That was the most militant area when it came to force removals in our country. Comrade Provincial Secretary Madaje, Ruben Madaje. Thank you very much. Comrade Premier, Comrade Mdumanana, the NEC member of the ANC and head of organizing, comrades, members of the ANC National Executive Committee, members of the Provincial Executive Committee present here today. Comrade President of the ANC Youth League, Comrade Colin Malachi, who come from this region. Kimuneile lifti. Karino, waziwa Colin. Ntuyabu President ya Youth League butlo fela. Uboya kwa bufedile kwa Sekhukhune. So iriku zame bautibe batu ba Sekhukhune. You are from there. So thank you, Comrade President. Comrades of other regions, Waterberg region, the chairperson and secretary of the ANC in Waterberg. It's good when regions work together and when they visit each other to learn and also to take this experience to other regions. And I suppose even yourself, you'll go to Waterberg and learn. In that way, we become a very strong African National Congress. Comrades of the Youth League in the region of Sekhukhune, comrades of the Women's League in the region of Sekhukhune, comrades of the Tripartite Alliance present here, past leaders of the ANC in this region, the newly elected regional chairperson, but not very new, and then the newly elected regional secretary, and the entire regional executive committee. Comrades, we are pleased that I heard that the provincial chairperson was here and he left me a message that he has left. Okay, I forgot Comrade Dixon Masemula. Utswana le furniture namani kauba kwa moaim. So Comrade Dixon is one of the comrades you must be proud of coming from this region. Comrade Dixon, we gave him a difficult task to deputize another man from another party. So Utsurimere wima namani, but Wailwa is a member of the NEC, is also a deputy chairperson of the subcommittee on local government interventions. So Alaisaba to fela kwa national, reba file maemo, reba file mushumo, reba file mereko. Because this province of Limpopo is very important to the ANC. That's why you've got many ministers and deputies coming from Limpopo. As a favor to give reflection. It's a reflection of the importance of this province in the affairs of our country and the ANC in particular. You have a first woman president, first Evan president. Otherwise. You have the first woman premier in this province, Popi Ramatu. Watinta bafazi, watintimbogot, uzagu fa finish and clear. Comrades, we are pleased that the regional conference discharged its duty and delegates participated in commissions. I must start by congratulating the newly elected members of the Regional Executive Committee on their election. We are pleased that the regional conference discharged its duties and delegates participated in commissions whose outcomes will accelerate organizational renewal and rebuilding. Our primary task, comrades, is to ensure that we rebuild our structures from the ground and have activist branches that are an integral part of our communities. Rinyaka mabranche, my comrade. Ising mabranche that exist for the conference. Rinyaka mabranche that interact with communities. They say a branch of the ANC is a microcosm of the life of that ward where it exists. Iluna linelang nang kabuphilo limoya ligala moya wa ANC in the communities where we live. If people want to know about the ANC, they know through the branches of the African National Congress. We are pleased, comrades, to note that this region, Sekhukhune, is a symbol of unity and cohesion. This, comrades, is the first regional conference to take place in record time without any delays. As a region, you manage the nomination process through PGMs and BPGMs in an exemplary manner. We have not received any reports of confrontations or fights over the period from the region of Sekhukhune. And I want to say this, comrades, to you so that you understand properly. We are in a process of renewal. Should your branch be found to have undermined processes of the organization going forward, we are going to include in the guidelines that such a branch must be nullified to participate in the processes of the ANC. Ufitla kwako branching bare secretary utshabile ka register. A tshwarege le ka di QR code unyametse. Ka ba o fitlhile mo la bona hore ye yona ke tlo betiwa mo. A tsamaya yo le re mo file maemo ya ka constitution secretary. Or no una le maemo a itseng. So if the secretary does that and the branch doesn't sit, we will deal with the secretary and allow the branch to proceed. And that is what we are going to do. But equally, we will reserve, which is what we are fine-tuning, nullifying the branch status. But at the same time, we must be aware that we must not blame a branch for an individual conduct. That is what we must do. And these are the things that we are looking at in terms of perfecting the ANC going forward. We are equally pleased, comrades, to note the sound relations between the region and the province. This should be a norm rather than an exception. Over the next 3 weeks, other regions will be holding their regional conferences in Limpopo, and we urge them to learn from Sekhukhune how the process should be managed to safeguard the unity and cohesion of the organization. And I'm told, comrades, that the leadership was elected unopposed, which is very good. We must not contest for the sake of contesting. It does not mean that to contest in the ANC for positions, it's undemocratic or uncalled for. But we must not contest because it's another contest. It's not gonna work for me. You contest because a faction says you must contest. Babamba ya di court. You are the court mo kutlauti ifitile maraya di asilo. Kauba conference yo na iduti. Because se court ni sinyanga rifile. Mari roi challenge decision yele. Go court. Because that decision ayatswana ritwele. Tswana rilukisi. Mari ntweba na ba inyanga ba file. Yale ke ka mo conference e dutsi ka semolao. ITB ntwe ke koyoko ibuima. Comrades, mo ANC mo. How ya ko court utsamatsila wrong upameti. Utsamatsila wrong because the court didn't build the ANC. You must win your issues inside the structures of the organization. Even if in this conference you didn't win them, there will be another conference. Tsamaya uye ko makaleng, uye ko di branching, wo berekela lekgotla, berekele ANC. This is not the last, it will not be the first, it will not be the last conference. We must work for the organization. Even the leadership that has been elected unanimously has got more responsibility to unite the region more than anyone else who would have been elected out of contest. Usa contestiwa. You've got magnanimity in English. Utswanzu berekele ukopanya lekgotla. Even libao ba ne ba sa believe ko wena ba believe. Go wena, unite them. They are not orphans. Le rona khale re ya di conferenceng re ya mo re ikemiseditse rena na re lo wina re betiwa and then be re bua ke rona ba re salte. Yes. We didn't go to courts. Rebetiwe failed. Wabona ekisa iliba linki ya manga ungi ya kwete mantashe lizuma. Yeah. Nebeki ema conferencing yeo. Kile kabetiwa katswa limodi additional member. Itse aki emisa tho the following day kisheba TV ubalwa mabitso laka nelisiko. Katsuwa kisi member ya NEC. Kabua ka co-option. Kabua ka co-option. Wabetiwa mo ANC. Mo wabetiwa mo. Marakapaka sailin saka kabuela branching. Hakifika branching kadul waimeti asa tswani. A safe. Ah, okay. Agijile poison, igijile Sekhukhune. So, comrades, I'm trying to say, we too, even in that conference, we thought we can win. There's a friend of mine and a comrade of mine, his name was Songes. I'm giving you an example. Karko Songes arkena mo conference karimchana ising retreat mo. Ka ba batho ba ke ba bona ba tlile ampe a ke bone re tlo win. I don't know mchana, we must be principled. Kare principle. Principle ya ke tse bitlo re be ya kae mo ka ba re abetiwa. Kare mchana ka ba ko ena tshwereng di ground forces a go di bitse re di bone. A di atlatsa le holo. Koro no khona ba bala ska dinku 1 2 3 kana go conference ka muka ikopa ka bona re mo re bethuwe Where we are just standing for the sake of it. Yeah, no, principle. We must stand. Ring principle. No, we want change. Oh, I wear change your thing and all of that. Markabona or Kamuare Kamukare Muno Unkenya TB. I mean, I'm just doing this thing. We went, our names were called, we stood, we were on the ballot, we lost. I think we garnered less than 1,000 votes, Boma 900, to a conference of about 4,000. So that was a bloodbath. So our fetsa lose mo songezo arikona ya wibambile karipi. And then additionally voter. After fetsa voter was when people have lost the conference, they leave. And then in the middle, kya utu retome fat. Babang bai. Utu know there was a problem ka ballot. Kimo gitswilentemu. Kawa baka baba betuemba tubaile. Usetsi di victors fela. Ba leng ready uthoma fat. How lose the conference? Motho wa vote ba tsamaya. Asa khathala le di commission and everything. So comrades, those things do happen. But you don't take it to heart as much as you feel bad. But the ANC is like that. You can be contesting for principle or for whatever, but at the end of the day, when a leadership is elected, you put your weight behind the elected leadership. And then you accept the outcome. Uskabam emella ko thuko kwa, and then start to run a riot. I'm saying so because we are running a foundation course, and some of the things that we talk about, we don't mean them. When you have lost, you must put your weight behind an elected leadership. Wait for that person to lose. I'm talking from experience. So you can only talk about such a thing to a person who have gone through that experience. So liwe betiwa pili mo conference mo reward utsibo address or when you have lost, you will put your weight behind the elected leadership. Now I did it. When I lost to Gwedemantash, Lizumantash, Gomangaung, I put my weight behind them after I've lost. And Gwedemantash, Anguka and deploy. I don't know, you must work. You must do and is a pulling mosh. You see, Imosh is this part in your body. So he said, I'll break you this part. So, but Mantash, when he was elected and I contested him, he never pushed me out. He embraced me. And then he brought me back. He gave me tasks. Much to the dislike of those who have won. Ampusa, Mantashe, and supporter. Baba ambane babona opportunity rai remukrele mone remunyagate. Gweda riyeken letwana maibuye. Ampusa mo ANC mar ampetile ko conference. But in an ANC, that's how things must happen. And that is the new normal in the renewal. The foundation course we are implementing, which you have undergone and you must continue to undergo that course, will teach you these values of the ANC in terms of building organization. That this organization does not belong to us. We have a privilege to serve. It's not a right. It's a privilege. Kimunyetla It can be taken away from you, and it can be with you. And that's what it is all about. And that is the value of the ANC, to value your comrade. And that is what I'm talking about when I'm saying that those who have won the conference have got every reason to embrace those who are not with you. Kgalema Motlanthe says the ANC only rejected the incorrigible. Wa bona wo ba reng ke nang ya basadi, not even ya banna. Upadile aga se hlola loka. There are people who thrive out of disunity because they benefit. If re utlwana, they will never emerge. Because they always want to emerge ka di-faction. Hadili siko, they will never emerge. Asetse re jwale a re boneng mo udiala. This province Limpopo skabala isinyi. You coming from far, bo marumo fase, bo ngwako Ramatlhodi. It has come a long way to be where it is. It boni the disbandment. Luna ali abona reconfiguration, li boni disbandment. Ubua ka di reconfiguration ali itsebi luna le tswa disbandiwa as a province. And today Madaji and his team of the province, despite turbulences there and there, you can be proud this Limpopo we can rely on is a solid province of the African National Congress. Nkabeli winne kwa o conferencing, maybe Brastene li chairman, ke ali lo bina mabubezi kwa la betu. So because the margins were very nedilika, lidibod, nebelike, you are liluna, balikenela batba Gauteng, balikinya moya la toma livina mabubezi, yey. Hey Limpopo ya hlakazeka. But you came from that conference, you are still united, you delivered victory for the African National Congress. You must understand, as much as you dropped amidst a number of challenges. That election was difficult, but you emerged. You emerged victorious. Everywhere we dropped. Yes, we dropped, but Limpopo are laulika tankimu. We are governing here. Arena coalition mo Limpopo. Repetile rabeta li overall tse khubedu tsa tswa ka first. And comrades, it has proven and attested to the correctness of saying Limpopo is the home of the African National Congress. And most Sekhukhune more are negotiating. ANC is very strong here. And that is what we must understand. Comrades, here in Limpopo, as much as you dropped, you worked very hard to be above 50%. You know what we're faced with coming into this election? Load shedding. Motlakase. That's one. Two, metsi. It's easy, most, for your opponents when they come to campaign. Bafika ba le bolela fela hore le a bona le load shedding. Batho ba rona bana motlakase. And then they win. Bafika ba le bolela hore a una metsi. An ANC branch leader, ward councillor doesn't have answers. But you don't have answers. Laukaba petla buka ya di buka. Fact of the matter is that you are in charge, you are a government. Here comes somebody who says he can do better than you. Which person are the people going to follow? Is this one otlanka ka beke ya Father Christmas? who is going to resolve things. Comrades, the person who doesn't understand an ANC volunteer who goes to door, some of them not eating, convincing people to vote for the ANC. Ukena mo matlong le before ukena batho ba ba tshela metsi a ditšhila ba re ke busy hampe wa tseba today wa bona ha ke kgathetse ke my ANC. That volunteer does not retreat. Are mama are ke kgathetse ke lona motho o kreya modende o despite ura krey motlakase modende everything o tshwantse umncenge ummontshe hore this is the right thing to do. The difficulties you own up to. You don't run away and talk. When we come as leaders, matlo mangre wa jampa utle ba bolela SGA re feditse amole ke batho ba ANC. That's ANC volunteer knows the place ka mole ka mo. Ela ma councilor le di mayor ba no raloka ka yona because they don't know where it comes from. You look at that comrade in the last election, he's still standing. Aberek. He convinces people to vote for the ANC, but is unemployed. But that comrade doesn't cross. Standing, solid. Goes and mobilize others every election to vote for the movement. You must never undermine an ANC volunteer because those people are doing a thankless job. And I'm watching you here, one by one. You are the ANC volunteers. And that is the work we must understand when we refresh. Where does that work come from? Comrades, time now to be asking questions and lack of clarity about governance and local government are over. No Nopala of the region and your REC, the center must hold. Madaji, provincial secretary, the center must hold. You cannot have a municipality that produces qualified and unqualified reports, successive, matters of emphasis, same, without change. And it produces the reports. You know, qualified and unqualified means you are not managing the finances of the municipality properly. That's what it means. Awatwara manyani amaspala butse. Yale kimang aranang di chelete mo. Renali di CFO, renali di CEO, renali di municipal manager, renali di mayor. Di mayor tsa rona ba bang ba re phoka. Abadi mmereko re ba romileng gore ba o die. Local government, Libo Dixon, as ANC, we do the right thing to support our deployees in government. One which is this. Re tshwanetse re le REC a re bitsa bo masepala mo Sekhukhune. Re botse troika gore what is the problem? Why are we unable to overcome this matter and produce unqualified reports? Those are the questions the ANC must answer. And must not answer to everybody, must ask Chief Whip, Babutse, municipal manager, speaker, and mayor. What is the problem here? And if there is no movement, movement. If there is no movement there, and there is no proper accountability, we must use the barometer to measure the success of the municipality. Masipala ukrea masipala sina chelete. But even if masipala ana chelete, why produce these unqualified and qualified reports? Reno yira batho re ba kenye diposong o sena tšhelete ya ho ba patala. Over and above that. But expenditure are monitor. Uri re di a tsona na. And number 2 is encroachment. Only secretary ya region. Yes, you oversee Bomasipala, but you don't micromanage and decide to do the officing or to hirwe man kana koma. Secretary General in the grilling khatil. So I give it to the minister go lutuli house ke ba bolella hore hey yira mamamo leadership ifedit or this must not happen. Ke ba bitsa mole ke ba bitsa ke fitle ke tsama le tlo account. Why? What is the program ya metsi in the country? Why are we unable to deliver this, Minister? Out of a program, Sputla, Mutlakas, Eskom, what's happening? Arinyaku kinya matso kwako Eskom mo ditiling. Re crea re rana Eskom and everything else. That is micromanagement. Because we've delegated and deployed people to do that work. And we must hold them accountable. That example, I want to bring it to you at the level of municipalities. It cannot be, comrades, where we govern. Repalwa produce the report, that enable us to make the ANC look better. Especially in a province like Limpopo, where we are almost 100% in charge. So it means in our local government, we must do things properly. And the center must hold. The regional executive committee must do its work. We must be able as the ANC to monitor all our deployees. Utoma kali councilor, ulofelella ka mayor in the executive. We must know our councillors in the wards. What are they doing? In every region and every municipality, community meeting once or twice in that particular ward. Whether there are problems or no problems, here at the regional office, at the provincial office, national, we must know that our councillors are in touch with the masses. Not only when there is a problem, all round. That's what is important. And then that justifies where our councillors are working and we support them. And that's what is important. If we don't do that, comrades, then everything is on autopilot. It's on its own. The ANC is not in charge. The ANC is not directing the program of social transformation implementation on the ground. That's how we are going to defend, consolidate, and win in the renewal process. That's what we're going to do. And yet, we know that there's a lot of our councillors that are doing a marvelous job. Good work at the areas of their deployment. Others are really failing the movement. Wabona muthu no bewa mo posong ulur no re motloetse just because akitsebi why. Gore muthu ke untouchable. Comrades, in the ANC there must be no untouchables. Re tshwantse re touch anything. Re touch. We touch you. And people must account. They must account. District, everybody must account. And there must be measures. Utwanzu Kennedy report to regional office. Not worry, we want to keep people But there must be reports where comrades who are doing work. And then the comrades who are deployed as well, they must be in a position to say, these are the challenges we are facing, we need support. You know that national comrades were putting a lot of pressure. Now we have prioritized the water and sanitation program to be permanent on the agenda of the NWC and the NEC. Monday, it's a holiday, we have an NWC and officials meeting. And on the agenda, we have a report on water and sanitation from the Minister of Water. Pemili Mahlo, but no feta namo, Rinyaga report. And that's what must happen also at local level. So comrades, I am saying that it is important that we need to support engagement. And that is what is important for us. Comrades, I move towards conclusion. It is important to understand the moment we are in. That the ANC is a party, 40% party. And we characterize that and that we did not win outright majority. It means, as the ANC, we must be in a position to appreciate the moment. Comrades, I'm happy to arrive at a region like Sekhukhune, which produce results, election after election, decisively. And yet this region has never, ever, Comrade Secretary, made any sorts of demands. It's just loyal to the African National Congress. Sekhukhune mo wa berekwa mo. More ANC comrades stand up and deliver victory for the African National Congress. Even before I was SG, IG, it happens like that. So, comrades, the moment we need to appreciate, others don't. We are no longer a party with a majority. You know, I arrive here. I'm from a meeting with the DA. And then yesterday, VAT increase was cut. As I'm seated there on my phone, I'm exchanging notes with the minister about nerefita fela ko parlamenteng re na le majority budget gone. So this is what I call uncharted waters. But babang, they don't appreciate. Banana or resatwere. Yeah, luna mo Limpopo litwere. Babang ba kupa. Bare ko KwaZulu Natala erikwala conferencing ya Youth League walwe wa ke yetsa kholene ke rudutse monate mo. Batho ba Youth League ko Natala ko erikwala ba re fa lebitso le lebe. Ene ko Natala re kreile 17%. Ke tswa Northern Cape maobane. Re tla o tshwarela mogalabe a we understand ntho e tshwereng o boimanyana motho moholo. Ke tswa Northern Cape maobane. Zamani mole le collective ya ba wina di woti bile ba wina di woti tse ba di lositseng le ko DA. They bring them back. Go ANC. They show the determination to come back. They are focused. Abanama balwa ma comrade ko Northern Cape. 49% comrades, it is activities like these that us to believe that we will come back above 50% as the African National Congress. It is activities like this in this conference where comrades come, they finish the conference, they elect leadership, they discuss in commissions, they give us a good reputation as the tulum. Babamba Robert ko dispetle proper conference ya ANC. Ufika ko conference ha iso thomi le kana kotse. I sali ba lwa ka di credentials. Order, chair. Order, chair. Conference ya si hawe. Ufosana ka ditulo. I'm in Sekhukhune. I'm telling a story to ANC branches alongside every ward, every province. Come to Sekhukhune and see the ANC alive. Comrades, you appreciate the moment. What you do here in Sekhukhune that is negative will affect the ANC, the whole country. Because why? They can't affect the ANC, the whole country. Because why? The country and the world is interconnected through digital platforms. So CDM was Sekhukhune and decisively against them. Against them. Because they against them. Because they are delaying the program of renewal. Munoa bereka ki fitlile kwa ke le SG nati le president untshwere botse le nna ke motshwere botse re o monate re a pele re leader ANC mo mathateng Cyril. There's no president of the ANC who has confronted the difficulties that are. Uten president wa ANC akila kopana li COVID. Uten. Ayo. Ritwa kwa batho bana mibereko. Abana mibereko batho bana ba kweletswe mo re krillintses 4. Ba kweletswe mo re krill 5. Ba salwe batho ba di taxi. Ke re ntate o kena batho ba 5 mo taxi ngare mbalula ungayenzi lonto. Banyaka chelete. Ratswa mo rakena mo di riots nya economy and all of that by sing resalwantsha state capture kam zondo di chelete di tsamaile mpotse ke mang o kile nga kopana le mathata and then le nana re mathata a tla lokiswa overnight re bereka no Reabereka, we are focused on the job. Rebulella batho ba ANC, lona ma comrade. We say, comrades, leadership issues will be opened. Are fitem. Rilwe ribuwe. Babatla re delay. Banyaka re tlwele everything and focus who's going to be a leader. We must change our language and say that our hope is on the ANC. Rechinche hope ikombalula. Awana laki limo kitlo kwa la conference ya luna monati li tsweri pila mo. Wile kitlile ka helicopter. Because swanzi ki buele morao tonight ki adresa di lawyer harako pitoli. Kitoko panalizile mo isalan tsweri mo. Udimu li pili. Wa ukwa di loteo. Kuri mere wa rona re tshwere ke bo zile ke mo iye re tshwere ke bo Helen Sile mogekolo mongwa so a re tswa mo re ya mmereko yale Colin o tswantsa tsamaya e Northwest una le conference ya youth league mo ke mo boditse gore batho ba ka bethana ka ditulo ke ya kena mo yale re fitla mo o monati conference mo nati mo ya ANC re fitla mo ba re hey wa mona ka mo gwa itukisitseng ka teng balula ka modimo bo president wa bonyaka yo ibile o tlila apere Lesotho Evan a be le nyaka mashatile be president ya ANC a succeed Ramaphosa nako ya o re tlotle ntwe ya tla akere hey auna motho a tlo kwallwang ka mothuko tloela ngwetsa mekete ya dikatse mo re busy mo re lwanela o bua nna comrades I am saying this which is my personal view if if we lose the local government, what will be the justification ya hore rona re dule re leader ANC ka ba re tla be re paletswe re tshwantse re fe ba bang ba leader hore ba khalala a ke le tshware ntwe re paletse. Maybe now you've got new ideas or rona re clothes. Re na le local government election next year. My comrade are busy. Wabona, no, you have come to a nice conference. That's what we want. Urimangu leader ANC is an easy job. You know, our divide about ANC, drag them into the leadership ya succession. Tabotlan to snacks mo bo VW 2027. Wabon bo mamang ML 2027. The campaign di tlabe di khoma. In no time, our energy is gone. Comrades, into leadership begin to resolve. We'll solve it. It's not a problem. Let's not allow anyone to divert us from this task of coming back from this setback. The ANC must come back from 40% and be above 50%, and it is going to do so with our membership. We must rebuild, we must renew our organization. And an equal and organization, something somewhere. But what TV yes, of course, we have an opinion about this. Evan, our menyan, agui tute fela re tla utlwa re bompalula ba rengwa. A ke re le kgethi. Bompalula. Le emele bompalula hore ba reng. A ke bolela mo, a ke bolele ditaba tsa ka, ke bolela ditaba tsa lekgotla. Ke rumile ke lekgotla re atla le mo lona mo le regioning re tlo le briefa botse le ka dilo tse re di diamo re a udimo le fatse ka di VAT and all of that. Mara ke nyaka o le bolela hore VAT yona re scrapile and paska ba le botsama ka ba re scrapilwe ke DA or ke bo mamang scrapilwe ke ANC. If ANC did not agree, it wouldn't have happened. You know, in this country, uncharted waters. Never treasury is above. Treasury. They normally come, but with budget, it's a mukho. Akir. You are the babu wa takoro never fit about budget our spending is high. My revenue yaruna or twanar tsamai. You are the wild one to MMO. Kia feta you are. Wabona or kitabile ampi kare kikeregen ya sioni kikenetu kimoya. Hey. Wabon because revenzer tsamar lukisa but mo monati mos kukuni bilaning nenkabe ke sa address Pretoria nkabe ke robala mo ke dule le makhomo mo be monati ke bone RC chairperson ang host mo be monati yale comrade re tshwere ke mabaka ke batla tlhalosa ya VAT itomile ka 2%. Barno arena chelete tla tswa kae o re lokise bothata bo ba VAT. Ra bona ka nnete hore chelete a eo re tswana re kenye VAT ra be re if re introduce a 0.5%, it means the essentials dilo tsa botlhokwa for batho ba rona bohobe maize meal dilo tseo kaofela o ka di mention mash lebese they must be zero rated. It means adina VAT dilo tsa botlhokwa. Wabona a o reka ice cream o tsho rona le chelete wa khona ifake VAT. Moto reka ice cream ke moto ya monate man. I won't sacrifice bohobe be kilo reka ice cream because I will go for this because to me that's what is important. Number lulanka afford ice cream because I can afford it. Rare zero rated, yes, kaya berek. Minister said 30 days. Tamayang Leo Shabalina Kisheve. What can we do? Wapola Rilera postpone a budget. And then Rabua after that 30 days, our minister Rakorona, I will do away with VAT because ki kreile cheleter tai kreia through South African Revenue Service kau collect. Raberiri scrap. Yalo ba mathile ba ile ko di court. Mokiti wo lukisa re dutsi mo ha o nya ke di court. Because bana ba ya court because ba batla mental wa ba wina. Ba ile ko court ba sali ko court tse aba le ko court ra radi ba ye bere ba busy mo re lukisa mokiti wa rona. Re scrap ile VAT. As we speak now, processes are undertaken in the legislature, parliamenting, to restart the process, which will introduce the new fiscal arrangement without value-added tax. That's what is going to happen. So, comrades, as the leadership in your different regions. So, with that, so what I'm saying is that we must appreciate the moment, and the comrades here in Sekhukhune and other regions in the province have appreciated and have shown the appreciation of understanding the moment we are in. We are not in power, comrades. We have nearly lost power. And the moment we are in terms of our conduct and everything that we do, seeks to enhance our coming back as the African National Congress. Your regional conference has been good. Let's embark on the foundational course. Let's ensure that as part of that foundational course, the renewal program of the ANC is intensified. Comrade, we will come back and engage with you, and I wish you all the best as the Regional Executive Committee. I wish you all the best as you go back to the structures. The program to rebuild the ANC in this province and this region has begun, and we must intensify that program. Work for the ANC and not work for the individuals. Berekelang ANC, my comrades, kala berekelang bat. Agrin tuele ka monte control agin nasong kanaka yemisa another 30 minutes. Yeah, Nonkanaga Yemisa. So, comrades, I want to thank you very much. We went to Northern Cape. We're coming back. We finalized the issue of VAT. Tonight, we're going to be talking to the lawyers. Rogua jurisprudence. Rogua Mulau. Tonight, Lina Del. But, comrades, you must know that the leadership of Ramaphosa has got faith in you. And you must know that President Ramaphosa is leading a well-oiled machinery. You must never allow anybody to come inside you and divide you. You must remain united and united, working for the African National Congress and guarantee the ANC back into victory in the 2026 elections and beyond. ANC leaves, ANC leads. Amanda! Awethu! Uzoyithola kanjani? Uhlele khoneni. Forward with Sekhukhune, forward. Forward with Limpopo, forward. Pata Ramaphosa, pata. Kokela Stan Matavata, kokela. Kokela Ruben Madazi, kokela. Pata ANC Limpopo, pata. Amanda. Awethu. Forward with the foundation cause, forward. Mata. Matimba.
Say